Na 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 na. Only had the nerve. Remember that one? Oh my goodness, it's close to Halloween and I am feeling the Oz spirit for some reason. I was dreaming last night and everything was so magical. It was like I was walking across a barren, flattened, when it's autumn and the field is flattened and barren and everything looks pretty normal and mundane. And then there was something popping in amongst the leaves, different colors and stuff. And I looked closely and there was some magical, colorful fish and even a small little baby dolphin sort of floating in amongst the field. And I was like, okay, that's really weird. Why are there magical fish in this barren field? And then what I realized is it wasn't barren at all. It was actually just getting ready to pop up, and all these all these amazing plants started to pop up, like red, metallic red plant, like really tall stalks, and like a big bright orange. I thought it was like a big orange golden koi fish, right? And all the field was just blossoming, and all the crop was just boop. It was like pop. It was ready to explode. And it was exploding into these tall, metallically sparkly, beautiful plants that were just gorgeous and inspiring. Obviously, I'm sharing the dream with you. It was that inspiring. And then it was like purples and greens, like emerald greens, and very sparkly. And whoa, the whole field was just full of it. And then there was fish flying through it. It felt very happy. And then all of a sudden I could see in the near distance a city, a magical city, castle-like city of colors, like, when you see the fairy princess castles and the Wizard of Oz castles, and you see the magic that's just bursting from this kingdom or queendom. And I woke up and I realized, wow, you know what? Life is always like that. You look at it and you're like, it's a normal, everyday kind of day. And oh no, I'm going to get kind of down about this. That does happen to us humans. But we can always recognize and realize and tap into the fertility of each day, the positive spirit that's just ready to explode and emerge. And then we're able to see a whole nother level of frequency. And is that possible to see it on an ongoing basis? Yes. Does it ever run out if it's there to begin with? Does that fertility or that abundance, does it ever run out? Only if you decide it does. It's always there, this level of existence of positive synergy and capability to create whole realities is always here. It's always here. And it's up here where we need to start to come from to keep it consistently a positive vibration, because it is possible to choose to be negative or have someone throw negativity your way and you fall with it. So today I wanted to talk about courage, actually. And I am talking about this every day, encouraging people to embark on creating life-changing income. Why? Well, I myself have my own personal journey as to why is a life-changing income good? Why is it needed? Why is it necessary? Cash flow is limitless. It's only our minds and our emotions that tend to block us from thinking, oh, I'm constricted, I'm financially constrained, right? So if I'm financially constrained in any way, I go, ooh, I'm kind of sick in the head. Somewhere in me is not so healthy, and I'm somewhere in me, it's blocking. So if I'm financially feeling constrained, feeling like, oh, I can't pay my phone bill, or oh, I've been avoiding to pay my phone bill because I got this over here to pay, or hey, I want to go on that beautiful trip. I just came back from Hawaii And that right there was thinking of the fertility wavelength, the wavelength of anything is possible, and tuning into Hawaii and saying, Hawaii, how do I get to you? And it coming true, the possibility coming out of nowhere. A client books, a person books a package, a commission referral comes to me in big chunks. These are things I love to do. I love managing money. I am becoming an excellent money manager. I haven't always been one, and I still got a lot to learn, but I do know how to magnetize money and cash flow. So I extend to you because I believe it is a purpose of mine to help others heighten their frequency so that they are financially free. I watched my father suffer health and wealth. I watched him suffer, but he had such a good heart. He was so optimistic, it never let him down. And he was constantly thinking like an entrepreneur. And yet there was blocks. It wasn't functioning, and he had to pass away and leave this lifetime before fulfilling a lot of his heartfelt dreams, although the guy was super optimistic through all of that. And I feel compelled. I feel compelled mostly by witnessing his struggle. I feel compelled to share a good thing, to share this frequency shift that is actually life-changing. And not to say that we can't be happy without cash in our pockets. That's not what we're saying. We're saying we are worthy of cash in our pockets, and we are worthy of embarking on an adventurous lifestyle, whether that means you're building and creating a cozy home in locations, or whether you want to go travel, or whether you want to go work on a project. The reason for cash flow is your reason. And if you feel constrained today, ask yourself, what do I feel constrained about? Oh, I can't buy those superfoods that I need for my body, so I'm going to eat McDonald's. Or, oh my gosh, I'm not able to get the quality water that I need, or I'm not living in the right location. I'm with the wrong people. I'm in the wrong space. Guess what? Silence your mind and get to a quiet space. If that means you have to go outside, which is a great place to go, lots of good air there, lots of prana, get to where it's a nice nature space. Whatever you need to do, even if it's just sit by the fire or just sit in one calm, quiet place and ask yourself, oh, what do I feel constrained about today? I feel like I can't pay my bills. I feel like I have no time to earn any other money. I feel like I don't have any other skills to learn any other money. Well, guess what? Connect with me. I have options for you that you may be able to learn from. Right now, I have a self-development level. It's a $25 monthly rate. Come on in and you can learn with me of how to generate that positive attitude necessary so that you are courageous and you can stand up against any criticism. Because isn't this encouraging to be around this kind of vibration, to be like, whew, Julie's really encouraging me. Good morning, millionaire. And that's why I say good morning, because you're waking up. And millionaire, because I mean, you are limitless. Nothing is obstructing you. That is the truth. And it's only bad habits that get us limited and get us feeling like, oh, I don't deserve or can't have or I can't possibly see how. Those are limitations. And yet, good morning, millionaire. Welcome to the Julie Show, the place, the show where your soul is encouraged to grow and to glow, just like the magical land of Oz. The fertility is always active. To glow and to grow in healthiness, in wealthiness, and in happiness. True, genuine, authentic, honest happiness. Deeply. So I'm going to share a little reading with you today. I love Danielle Laporte. She is our local author. in Firestarter Sessions, Soulful and Practical Guide to Creating Success on Your Own Terms. I love her juicy capability to combine business mindsets with positive attitude, with magical vibration. She combines a whole holistic view on being successful and being a business person, being an excellent manager of cash flow. It's said that what people fear the most is death. And after that, it's public speaking. In the nooks and crannies of many of our fears, save for fear of heights and spiders, is the ubiquitous fear of being criticized. It's why we keep our mouth shut. It's why we lose sleep. And why some people die with their songs still inside of them. If you're putting yourself out there in any way with almost any degree of courage or chutzpah, criticism is part of the deal. Not an easy part, and sometimes crushing, sometimes spurring, but inevitable. At one time or another, you're going to act like a shabby loser idiot, and some criticism will be in order. Arrogance, recklessness, wastefulness, lack of care. Pick any of your finer moments in history that still make you wince. You probably had some pushback coming to you. Sometimes we don't necessarily earn criticism by falling short of expectations, but by the nature of the arena that we play in, we're likely to bump up against it. Leadership, politics, the arts and entertainment, activism, anywhere you're going public with your opinions or where your exposure increases, you're unavoidably open yourself to critics. I am very transparent. I am very open to critics, and perhaps too much so, because my heart is so open. It often gets crushed. So I learned to not put myself in such vulnerable places. At the same time, I need to be fearless to be a businesswoman and to be able to serve my purpose and reach the people who do need my support. Each of us will end up being a mentor to someone if we so choose to fulfill our purpose, because our beings in their highest idyllic sense become mentors to other beings. We all are here to learn from someone and to teach someone. Are you withholding your purpose out of fear of eggs being thrown at you? I know it's my purpose to be an excellent money manager. I know it's my purpose to be the healer that I am through healing ways, healing massage and spa rituals. For many years, I have been that. But guess what? There are a lot of eggs out there. There are people that really are not happy people, and that's just what happens sometimes. Very destructive criticism. And I would say there is constructive criticism, but even the most constructive criticism, you can learn and listen and learn and be like, oh yeah, geez, I was being a bit silly there. I need to sharpen up on that angle. And there is ruthless compassion that you often can gain from a excellent mentor, and they will not necessarily be your best buddy, but you have things to learn from them. And when there's destructive criticism or eating away at you, lines that people said years ago or just the other day and you just can't seem to shake, it's like, oh my gosh, they said I was filthy just because I didn't do the dishes. Well, yeah, maybe you ought to do the dishes, but that's up to you and your agenda. And you know what? That is nothing to put someone to hell about. The whole cleanliness is godliness. It's about your soul. It's about being clean in your attitude. And yes, we do need to take baths because that is pleasant. But at the same time, if someone hasn't bathed, there is no reason for them to be condemned. If anything, they deserve compassion as to why are they not bathing. If someone has an ugly attitude, they could be fully dressed and cleaned and smelling sharp, but their ugly attitude is dirty and filthy and cruel and mean and destructive. So it's not about judging, but it is about deciding, okay, am I going to be so afraid of criticism? What are people going to say? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, she's marketing things. She's talking about money and finances. Oh my gosh, it's so weird. You have to let go of what people are thinking. And you know what? Not everyone has to get on a YouTube video and do something, but I feel passionate about getting on a YouTube video because I'm able to share with people. I'm able to really speak in a different way. It's much different than texting, much different than being on the phone call even, and much different than just playing on Facebook. And those things are effective. Being online, being offline, it's all effective. It's all communication. But I really love the platform of using YouTube to reach people around the world that need to hear what I have to say. And I just want to say high five to you for making it through this video today, because we are talking about life-changing income. And like I said, you can now, at a monthly membership level, work with me. And I can teach you and guide you how to make that life-changing income. We can take a look at what's going on in your life, and I can coach you through. And I have a specific system that I'm working with that applies to anyone worldwide to create and generate life-changing income. I'm involved in multiple dimensions of business, online, offline, and you may find some interest in those things there, but I'm only here to say, join my monthly membership for the $25 a month. And so I'll put the link in below this video so that you can see how to join with Julie Desjardins right now and what methods I'm using. And then I will introduce you to the wizard.